Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Best laid plans of mice and men. I hit start virtual camera rather than start recording, so I've actually done a little bit. I did talk about the fact that this screw is marked as an AP by the bag. The instructions call it an IP. I've stored the spare one in the IP bin. It's a slightly different from the AP. It's slightly different from the IP. This one came with this issue, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. So the first thing that I did was attach this part here, this bracket, to the front here. Screws there, and the screw heads there. Next thing it says to do is to attach the other opposite end to the side here marked 3. And you can see right there, it's marked with a 3. And so is this joint. So it's going to go on here. It's a little bit tight fit, but it's going to go on here like this. And you're going to use an FP, it says. Okay, yes, I did get FP screws. I was just checking because once there's a mistake, I'm concerned that there might be other mistakes. And I didn't remember there being an FP screw. The FP screw is going to go from the inside, which is going to make it a little bit interesting to get it in there. Okay, it's in. Kind of got to work with it to get a bite on the screw head. Not a really good way to go. If I had a smaller, let's see, is this the one that came with it? And it doesn't match. I was going to say if I had a smaller screw that could go through the hole Mark II, I could try that, but it doesn't fit through there. So that should be good. Part is movable. I wonder if it could go just a hair further in. Actually, just for... Yeah, so the hole does not line up if you put a screw through it. It does line up enough that you can actually get a bite on there. And that's better. It's a little bit tighter. So these both will pivot. This one's a little bit tighter. I need to work it some and then it'll pivot better. So the next thing it has to do is take this one that was built a couple of stages ago. And I'm looking, I do not see that it's marked with a 1 anywhere, but we have a 1 back here. And so this is going to go, it's not saying to make sure the hollow part is up where it did before, but with the hollow part up, this is actually down the way it's supposed to. So let me put that on there, and that's going to be held in with another FP screw to get the smaller screwdriver. See if I can get it to thread in. And just checking to make sure that I'm going in from the right side. Ah, there's the problem. Actually, that's very odd, because the way I'm looking at this, the screw is in from it shows the screw on this side. So it would be that way, which means I may have, probably did have. Now, before I go too far, let me go back and look at the other book. Okay, so actually indeed I did put this on upside down. It goes this way, the hollow point part goes down. The flat and the hollow are supposed to be on the same side. Made that mistake in issue 5. So now I can go back here and my screw hole is on the right side, or my recess for the screw head to go into. So let me put this in, tighten it down. And I hear Ian out there, even though this is a video, chuckling up and going, that's not the only screw hole. No, Ian, I'm a screw head. So that's got that on there. Next part that goes on here is 7G, which is, what does it say? Side turbine. You can see, or turbine, not turbine. There's the turbine. That hole is going to be down. That's going to go into, just looking at this, making sure it's going to go in right here, right next to the R. That piece has a little nipple on the bottom of it. And then you're going to turn it over and put in the IP/AP screw, the screw that came with this issue. I'd be interested if anybody out there is building this, if they got an IP, if the bag they got today with this issue, with issue 7, was an IP or an AP screw. Mine was marked as an AP screw. So let me just make sure. Now that looks the same. I'm just comparing it to the picture to make sure that I put it on right. It's not like I haven't put anything else or a lot of things on backwards. Okay, so next we're going to build the 3 pieces of the instep gear, snap them together as shown in the picture, use a little pressure to fit them. These things are usually a little bit fiddly, so I'm going to pause here and come back after it's done. Okay, went together actually pretty easily. There's all 3 parts assembled, and then it says it goes to the block of the foot and only goes in one position. Looking at the picture, I had that just a second ago. Okay, looking at the picture, it's going to go on here. Only spot on the foot it will fit. There's a keyway right there. There's a keyway on the part. This is going to push on here. Rotate it till it fits. It's going to fit on there just like that. Go ahead and set this down. And then the auger goes onto the foot. Inner side has 3 internal pins. There's 3 pins. They should go onto these spots right here. A little pressure. Carefully push each one in until it fits. I'm trying to put it in upside down. I'm going to put the first one in. I put the bottom one in first, the one where there was just the sole pin. It's in there just like that. You can see the lugs that it actually went into. And then this part here, before adding the outer disc, notice the orientation, fit in place with a little pressure. And I think what they're talking about with the orientation is this is slightly off center. I want to say, let me just take a look at it here real quick. If I put it this way, it's going to go over the auger, which is where it's at in the picture. So you can see there's the 2 pins there. Oops, dropping stuff. And there's the 2 holes, and you can see that it's slightly off center. So it's going to go on here. I'm going to aim it, line it up with 1 hole, 1 pin. Do it with the other, push it on there. If it happens to be wrong, I can pull it off later, but it actually looks just like the picture does. Just like that. And that is all there is to do in this issue. So we've got wheel. This is part of the base of the foot. I believe this is going to go on somewhere down here, and the main part of the foot. So hope you're enjoying these videos. Like and subscribe if you do. Leave any comments. You know, tell me I'm stupid because I keep putting things on backwards. I'm good with that. You may not have to use that. You don't have to use that kind of tone. You know, you don't have to call me stupid. You could call me silly. Either way, I'm fine with it. Come on over to Hobby Time Modelers on Facebook, YouTube, and Discord. The links are all in the description, as are all the links to all of our channels. And see what's going on. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I will see you on the next video.